Today we're digging into Joshua 19 to 21, Land, Refuge, and Fulfilled Promises.
It's a trio of chapters mapping Israel's new reality on the ground and in spirit.
Let's start with Simeon's lot placed inside Judah's inheritance, almost nested.
That detail fascinates me. What do you think it reveals about tribal dynamics?
It suggests flexibility. Judah's portion was too large, so Simeon shared the space.
And the cities named Beersheba, Moladah, Ziklag feel like southern anchors.
Ziklag stands out. Later it surfaces in stories of David, linking eras together.
Do you hear a principle there? Capacity meeting need through internal reallocation?
Absolutely. It's ancient resource balancing rather than rigid borders.
Moving on, Zebulun's borders curve from Sarid to the brook near Jokneam.
I love the directional language, westward, sunrise, then toward the valley of Iftah El.
And did you catch Bethlehem listed for Zebulun? Not the famous Judah one?
Yes, same name, different location, like two Springfields in modern maps.
What might that mean for listeners familiar with only one Bethlehem?
Names repeat, geography clarifies identity. The text expects careful reading.
Issachar's allotment includes Jezreel and Shunem, right in fertile plains.
That feels agricultural, a breadbasket vibe, touching the Jordan boundary.
So their livelihood aligns with terrain. Farmland, valleys, accessible routes.
Exactly. Theology wears boots here. Calling meets context.
Asher's lot runs toward Carmel, then north to Sidon and Tyre.
Coastal proximity hints at trade, maritime culture, and external influences.
It even ends at the sea near Aksib. Shoreline real estate, anyone?
If only ancient contracts included ocean views and fish quotas.
Do you think Asher's position complicated faithfulness amidst commerce?
Possibly. Borderlands test identity. Prosperity can stretch commitments.
Naphtali's boundaries mention the oak in Zananim and Chinnereth.
That places them near the Sea of Galilee region, with fortified cities like Hazor.
I love the landmarks, trees, brooks, like ancient GPS directions.
And the text says they reached Judah at the Jordan toward sunrise.
That phrase intrigues me. It ties tribes through river corridors and morning light.
Poetry embedded within cadastral notes, beauty in bureaucratic lines.
Then Dan. Their list includes Ekron, Timnath, and border opposite Joppa.
But the story pivots. They go beyond their border, conquer Leshem.
They rename it Dan, after their ancestor. It's migration by necessity or ambition.
What do you hear behind that move? Pressure or opportunity?
Maybe both. A tight coastal corridor pushed them to seek space northward.
The text's honesty about shifting borders is striking and sobering.
After tribal lots, the people grant Joshua Timnath Serah in Ephraim.
He asked, built, and lived there, leadership receiving last, not first.
That feels intentional. The leader waits until the community is settled.
Could that model challenge leadership today? Service before privilege?
I think so. Allocation mirrors character. Patience becomes policy.
Joshua 20 introduces Cities of Refuge announced by the Lord again.
The manslayer fleeing unintentionally finds shelter from the avenger of blood.
He must declare his case at the city gate before elders.
That's due process. Story before sentence. Community before vengeance.
And there's a timeline. He stays until the high priest's death.
Then he returns home, restored, once that symbolic marker arrives.
The theology blends mercy, accountability, and communal protection.
Kedesh, Shechem, Hebron on the west. Bezer, Ramoth, Golan east.
Notice their geographic spread, equitable access across the land.
What does that say about justice in Israel's design?
Justice isn't convenient. It's structured, reachable, and publicly upheld.
Also, refugees include resident aliens. Mercy extends beyond tribal lines.
That detail hums with inclusion. Justice for the neighbor and the stranger.
Then Joshua 21. Levites receive cities and pasturelands by lot.
Kohathites, Gershonites, Merarites, 48 cities across tribes.
The children of Aaron get 13 in Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin.
Hebron is named, but its fields and villages go to Caleb.
That arrangement respects previous commitments and shared space.
The rest of Kohath get cities in Ephraim, Dan, and half Manasseh.
Gershon receives in Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and Bashan.
Merari gets from Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun, balanced across regions.
Which cities stand out to you in this distribution?
Shechem, Hebron, and Golan appear again. Refuge and Levite overlap.
So priestly presence aligns with sanctuary, shepherding both law and life.
Pasturelands remind us Levites had no big rural estates, just support.
They depend on community and serve community. Reciprocity in design.
Do you see that as a safeguard against power consolidation?
Yes, mobility and dependence keep ministry relational, not territorial.
The chapter closes with a crescendo. Promises fulfilled, rest granted,
Not a man of all their enemies stood before them, it says.
and nothing failed of any good thing. The Lord spoke.
That's covenant closure, geography becoming testimony.
Land division isn't dry administration, it's a map of faithfulness.
Even the smallest boundary line preaches trust, provision, and order.
What pastoral takeaway resonates for you from these chapters?
That justice demands infrastructure, and mercy needs coordinates.
And leadership waits, then receives, modeling restraint and service.
The cities of refuge challenge vengeance with disciplined compassion.
The Levite spread embeds worship and teaching among everyday life.
Simeon within Judah whispers that abundance must be shared.
Zebulun's Bethlehem warns us to read names carefully, contextually.
Dan's expansion cautions about drift, but also adaptation under pressure.
How do you think listeners might apply this today?
Build systems that make mercy accessible and justice timely.
And design communities where service is distributed, not centralized.
What if churches mapped their cities of refuge for modern wounds?
Safe rooms, trained listeners, and clear pathways to help and truth.
That would honor the spirit of these chapters beyond nostalgia.
As we close, the final line feels like a benediction over history.
Rest came because promise held. Structure followed trust.
Let's leave listeners with a question.
How will you allocate space for mercy, justice, and humble leadership today?
And where might your boundaries flex to share abundance without losing identity?
That's the steady work of faith becoming geography.
Thanks for journeying through Joshua's maps and meanings with us.
Until next time, keep tracing promise onto the contours of daily life. God bless.